Islamic religion and art. In Arabia during the 7th century CE, the Prophet Muhammad established the Islamic religion, which now takes up about 25% of the world's population. Islam's religious idea is that a Muslim, which is a believer in the Islamic faith, accepts the surrender to the will of Allah. Allah, or also known as the Islamic God, is viewed as the one and only God, and the will of Allah is made known in the Quran. Islamic art relates greatly to the Islamic religion. The Quran, which is Allah's divine words, is often written in calligraphy and found on many different pieces of art and architecture. And this shows how important calligraphy is to the Islamic culture. Along with calligraphy, geometric motifs are very popular throughout the lands where Islam was once or still is a major religion, and is often also found on many architecture and art pieces. There are also no representations of humans or animals because it is seen to be inappropriate. The Ardabal carpet. This carpet is one of the oldest Islamic carpets and also one of the largest, most beautiful, and historically important. Carpets are among one of the most fundamental things of Islamic arts, and this specific carpet is made of silk and wools. The Ardabal carpet comes from the town of Aradil in northwestern Iran, which is the home to the shrine of Sufi saint, and it was actually located in the Sufi shrine with another part to it, but it is no longer located there. This carpet has rich geometric patterns, vegetative scrolls, and floral flourishes, which is a very common aspect of Islamic art and is repeated throughout many different arts and architectures and is seen many times, along with calligraphy, which is also on the carpet, shown around the border in rectangular shaped spaces. The carpet has a 4-line inscription placed at one end, and it helps one understand who commissioned the carpet and when the carpet was made. The Kaaba. The Kaaba, or cube in Arabic, is a square building, hence the name cube, that is located in Mecca. It is draped in a silk and cotton veil and is a sanctuary in pre-Islamic times. Due to the growing number of pilgrims, the Kaaba has been modified many different times to accommodate all of the people here. All Muslims aspire to take the annual pilgrimage to the Kaaba once in their lives. Before going to Mecca, pilgrims gather around the Kaaba, where they hope to kiss and touch the black stone which is located. The Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is ivory white marble and located on the south bank of the Yamuna River. The fifth ruler of the Mughal dynasty, Shah Jahan, created this tomb for his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal, when she died because he wanted a proper resting place for her. The Taj Mahal can also be known as the Luminous Tomb, but it is obviously more commonly known as the Taj Mahal. The entry is very complex. First, you go through the monumental gate of inlaid and highly decorated red sandstone, which is aligned along a long water channel. And through the gate is the Taj, which is set majestically on a raised platform located on the north end. The white marbled Mausoleum is flanked on either side by identical buildings in red sandstone. One of these buildings serves as a mosque, while the other just creates architectural balance. It is unknown if this other side has an actual deeper meaning to it, but right now it is just known as creating balance. On the top is a large dome surrounded by 4 minarets, which are strictly ornamental. The inside floor plan is the 8 levels principle, which alludes to the 8 levels of paradise. And it consists of 8 halls, side rooms, connected to the main space in a cross-axial plan. As seen in many other Islamic art and architectures, there are Quran verses that are inscribed into the walls of the buildings. The Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock is one of the first Islamic buildings ever constructed and one of the earliest surviving buildings from the Islamic world. This sits on top of the highest point in Old Jerusalem and is located on the Haram al-Sharif. At the center of the dome is a large rock, which is believed to be the location where Abraham prepared to sacrifice his son Ishmael. Today, Muslims believe that the rock commemorates the night journey of Muhammad. The rock is enclosed by two ambituaries and octagonal exterior wall. The central colonnade, composed of 4 piers and 12 columns supporting a round drum, transitions into a two-layered dome 20 meters in diameter. Colonnades are clad in marble on lower registers, and upper registers have spectacular mosaics. The mosaics contain no human or animal figures because that was not shown in Islamic art. This contains inscription 240 meters long that includes some of the earliest surviving examples of the verses from the Quran, which is another example of it being shown in Islamic art and architecture. The Great Mosque. The Great Mosque is positioned at the center of the Old City and shares walls with other buildings, due to its big size and many entrances. This also created a pedestrian hub, which facilitated public mobility and commercial activity. This changed its principal function as a place for prayer alone. The core structure dates back to the 11th century and was an earlier mosque with a style inner courtyard that already existed. It then grew to its current design under the rule of Malik Shah. Brick piers and columns support the roofing system and allow prayer halls to extend away from the central courtyard. The roof has a bubble-wrap look due to the dome's crowning and its hypo-style interior. The vaults on the inside offered lighting and ventilation to the often known as dark space, and the creative arrangement of bricks and intricate motifs brought the interior some harmony. The Qibla Awan, located on the southern side of the courtyard, is a place for prayer. It is obvious that this is the place for prayer because it is the only one flanked by cylindrical minarets, and it also serves as the entrance to one or two large dome chambers within the mosque. The mosque also sports colorful tile decoration in makarons, which are traditional Islamic cupped niches. The Folio from Quran. This is a sacred Islam text and it is written in Arabic. To distinguish the title from the regular Quran words, the title is written in gold ink and the words are written in brown ink. The text of each surah is divided into verses by triangles made up of 5 gold circles located at each end of the verse. It is decorated in geometric motifs, and this is larger than a regular piece of printer paper, but it only has 9 lines of calligraphy on each. So this means that the words and letters are extremely big, which suggests the dignity of the sacred text. The text box has a height to width ratio of 2 to 3, and each line divided into a set number of interlines to determine the size of the letters. As already seen and established that calligraphy was often used in architecture and art, this is a different style of calligraphy known as Kufic, and it is a calligraphy style used by early scribes. Basin, Muhammad ibn al-Zayn. This was made by Muhammad ibn al-Zayn, and it was made of hammered bronze inlaid with gold, silver, and yellow. The outside scene depicts the Mamluk court wearing clothing characteristic of their status, showing their high status, and bearing symbols of their rank. This received its name in the 18th century, which not Basin but Baptiserie de Saint Louis, and it was called this because it was used as the baptismal font for several royal children in the Maker of Vess.